Let's see this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm getting real close to it. Hold on, let me get it. Those are definitely, that's real hair. For anyone to mistake those for hair plugs, I don't know what's happening right now, but you have a beautiful head of hair. What are you, 51?
50, yeah.
50?
I have to be 51.
Do I have to be 51?
Yeah.
Why are you here in the tundra and the cold and the misery and not in Tempe? What are you doing at the Brecksville Holiday 2024?
I guess we call it protecting our investment.
Yeah, you gave me a very interesting way to look at that. You know, if you're not calling your girlfriend, maybe somebody else is, right? It was a cleaned up version of it, I think. But you're here. You got guys. I know you for lack of a better term, a really stupid NCAA rule that doesn't mean anything, arbitrary, stupid, very anti-First Amendment. You have two guys that are committed here. You got Alex Taylor and you have Rylan Seacrest. You can't say it. I can.
Correct.
So we skirted that rule pretty good. That really stupid, ridiculous, moronic rule. Hey, those are working out good too, aren't they? Really all good. The rules they made that are just totally out the window now.
The NCAA, I shouldn't say, but I used to call it no clue about athletics.
Maybe. NCAA. It's a great acronym. But that rule where you can't talk about recruits who you have verbals from.
Right, but you can go to rosters and talk to people on other rosters and buy them.
Well, I don't think you can, but that people are. Right. How about that? Can we say that?
Yeah.
That's accurate.
That's accurate.
Two of your better guys actually are with Iowa now, NCAA finalist for you, multiple-time All-American for you, Parco and Teamer. But yeah, you lose those guys to Iowa, and that's a situation where you can't really speak on what happened, but right, that's what happened. Things are happening. Biggest thing when you're coming here, that guy's fired up. Hear that guy? Real fired up. He's fired up. You like that? Maybe get his name. Recruit that guy. He hates to lose.
You got to find out. Make sure he's a junior for me first.
I will. I'll talk to him. So okay, when you come here, you get to look at more talent. Coming and looking at talent. What are you looking for in a future Sun Devil?
And we've talked about this several times, right? You and I have. Is I look for people that love to compete. Like one of the names I can't mention that's committed to us. That's what I like about him is when I saw him compete, I'm like, this guy loves competing. And it's not so much for him. He loves to win, hates to lose. I know that. But he loves to compete, and he just wants to compete all the time. And so I follow, when I see that passion in someone, it drives me to him.
Both of your commits, your verbal commits, are in the finals today.
Yes.
And you just want to keep seeing what you already know you already have with those guys, right? Yeah. But you're here in Ohio. Why not look at, you got good Michigan guys here. You got good Michigan guys here, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot to look at here, right?
Yeah.
You like the Midwest. You like talking to Midwest guys.
Love it.
Right? And then you get them out there in the sun.
They love that too.
I asked Alex last night about, he was talking about Tempe, Arizona. He's like, place is amazing.
Yeah.
Is it a great place to win? I mean, is it a great place to train and win?
It's great. Think about here. You get done, and anywhere in the Midwest, right? You get done with training, and then you got to put on all your clothes, and you walk out, you start sweating again, and then you walk outside, you freeze again. It's great. We walk out in flip-flops and T-shirt and shorts. Maybe sometimes a long sleeve. But it's sunshine 300 days a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 300 days a year.
This is overcast something like 60 or 70% of the year.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different world.
Oh, yeah. I lived in Michigan for 8-9 years of my life.
And then you also lived in PA for a year, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's not.
Rough.
It's rough.
It was rough.
Protecting investments. We talked about that, right? Like, yes. You got Rich Figs,
yep.
NCAA champion, 125 pounds. You're a little guy coach. Zeke's a little guy coach. Keeping that guy around. Is that going to be something you guys really got to invest a lot of time and energy and money into?
It's hard to say, right? I mean, there's always going to be, NIL is here, and it's staying. Some way, shape, or form. I'm sure he's getting a good NIL deal with Arizona State. I know he's very loyal. But I don't know what's going to happen. You ask him, he puts it out there on social media, he's staying. He's not going anywhere. And, I know, as a coach, I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. Right? We all say that everyone in life gets opportunities, and sometimes those opportunities come along, and you're going, wait, I might have to go.
When they're offering these kids these 500, 600, 700,000, 750 for a year or semester of wrestling,
it's unbelievable.
How can they turn it down, man? If they've been, impoverished. They come from poverty. That's tough, man.
It's really tough.
To say that to a kid and judge them is tough, I think.
I think it's really tough. And I know we talk about love and loyalty a lot in our program, right? And you said at what point when you really love your guys, your student athletes, right? At what point, how big's the number before you got to start switching to love and loyalty to you really love them and are loyal to them, and you're like, you got to go take that. You may never make that much money again in your life in a year.
Yeah, no, that's right.
So it's getting out of control.
And you're doing what you love, and you've done for free your whole life mostly. It's wild.
Half of it I paid to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's wild to think about it. But you got anything else for me?
No, man. I just everywhere I go, you're there.
Yeah, well, sometimes. Where do I get work like this done now?
Right? I don't know how it all happened. My haircut lady just said, let it go.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, I like it. And I was like, cool.
It's working for me, man.
I love it.
Give me some forks up.